Summer camp was probably one of the dumbest experiences ever. It was hot, out of pocket, and it was hella nasty. After I stayed at my grandparents watching nothing but El Chavo and that red grasshopper guy, I forgot his name, and went to yoga classes with my grandma all the time, my mom realized I was bumming out all summer. So my mom decided to put me in summer camp, and she said something like, Tienes I can't speak Spanish, but she said,
Tienes que salir más, negrito.
If you don't speak English, that basically means that means no more El Chavo, no more looking at cougars at yoga class, and no more Smash Bros. All I knew was I was back in this bitch, but just a remastered version. I was going to summer camp. First day I got there and it was nothing but bugs. Right when I got to put my stuff up in the cabin, I see nothing but bugs everywhere. It was like a bug Las Vegas, like bugs were applying to come in here. And even more unfortunate, I was on the bottom bunk corner. If you've ever dealt with bugs in your life, you already know the corner of the room is their habitat. Speaking of things that like the corner of the room, shout out to all my Celtics fans. That bug problem was so bad, I saw 13 different breeds of bugs. I was like a mini Mary Anning, but for bugs. Especially this one fucking fly. It would come in that room and buzz all night. All that fly would do was fly around. Bzz, bzz, bzz. It sounded like a vibrator. But the worst of it is when I came back to the cabin, I saw someone's entire pillow covered in nothing but bugs. And I'm not talking about just ants. I'm talking about I think I saw like a mini spider on it. And this dude just slept in it. The ants were crawling through this kid's hair and it was disgusting. Like it gets to a point. His bunk bed looked like a hoarder episode. Speaking of some of the people at the camp, there was a lot of kids there too, but man did they really stick with you. Especially these two kids. They fought like a celebrity relationship in 2009. Like all these kids would do was fight and fight and fight until they actually physically fought. There used to be this joke between me and a couple of kids, and anytime someone wouldn't want to do something, we would call them a sweet boy. I know it's kind of like peer pressure in culture, but like it was funny, come on. So for example, if someone didn't want to zip line that day, someone would say, it's because you're a sweet boy. But this one kid, his name was Sebastian, and he would take everything personal. It was ridiculous. But there was this other kid named Maverick, and he would just keep calling everyone a sweet boy, especially Sebastian, because it would get on his nerves. And Sebastian threatened him too. Maverick was like those people who said the same thing over and over and over and still expect to make people laugh. But the sad thing is, it's just not funny when you do it 20 times in a row. So Sebastian was on the bigger end. He looked like that one kid from Chota Beam, and I feel like you guys already know where this is going. After Maverick said, sweet boy, for like the 80th time already, we were doing chore duty, and while we were cleaning, Sebastian saw a spider and asked this kid to kill it. Maverick said, you can't kill it because you're a sweet boy. Sebastian turns his head like a 90-degree angle turn and says, I'm not a sweet boy! You're a sweet boy! You fucking pussy, I'ma kill you! And he tackles this kid, and the other kids try to break it off. But this dude, Sebastian, was like 230 at like 13 or 15. Looking back, he was a grown-ass man. How did he even get in this camp? Like, he had a borderline beard, and he had like a beer belly, and he had like this deep-ass voice and these like, bro, it was so obvious it was not a kid. And while Sebastian's tackling this kid, he's like, what's my name? While Sebastian's tackling him out, he's like, you fucking pussy, don't play with me! You know when people are getting into fights and they take it too serious and they start like saying random insults? So we had to grab Maverick, took him outside, and he says, open the door. We think he's about to get his book for like book time at like our stupid cabin, because it was like almost like 8 at that point, and he chucks this book right in Sebastian's face. And this book was from our rent-a-center, and they have it in these like little binder things, so it would definitely hurt. And with precise karma in his prime level aim, it hit him right in the head, and he closed the door like hell. And we hear, so after this, he runs out and does every single activity that doesn't involve like where our cabin's at. Unfortunately, you can only hide for so long. He inevitably had to go back to that cabin. So when it was shower time, guess who was right waiting for him? All I hear is, what is you talking about? Stop! But hey, at least the fight wasn't as bad as the food. That food was nasty as hell, pardon my French. But the food was so bad, people would legit starve themselves not to eat that. I'm pretty sure people gained anorexia from that camp. Like, people refused to eat that food. This one kid would eat that food every day. He would get sloppy seconds, sloppy thirds, sloppy fourths. Now, why was this a bad thing? Let's play Jeopardy.
Was it A, he took forever? Or was it B, it stunk? Was it C, he'd leave the door open? Or D, would he ignore the air freshener in the bathroom? The correct answer is all of the above. But you know what? Everyone would let it slide because a lot of the dudes in the cabin did that. But you know what? That's not really the thing that we all hated. There's a secret answer. E. There would be poop on the thing! Dude, he would miss the bowl completely. There would be straight feces on the side of the bowl and on the wall. How do you do that? I would get the worst of it because I would shower last and I would just see like water dripping, pee everywhere. And the worst part was the poop. And not only did it smell bad, but I would have to take this terrible Axe body deodorant and go like everywhere. Dude, I was like actually crying because of that. The worst part is when a kid was leaving the bathroom, I saw poop on his left ankle. Was he playing in the poop? Actually, I'm not even gonna ask that question, but Jesus, how do you miss the bowl when you're pooping? Maybe peeing, but pooping is a whole nother story. But you know what? I still miss summer camp though. As much as I hate it and despise it, I will still sit up here and defend it. I mean, yeah, I didn't have the greatest time, but you know what? Whatever, I was still happy. And that's how I treat all my adolescent, is that the way you say it? Years. So you know what? If you guys are watching this video, I love you so much.
But yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.